Let's go. Okay, what's up, everybody? This is Beyond with my co-host Jasmine. We back with Culture Speaks.
Hi, everybody. I'm so nervous every time, every single time. My tummy hurts. I get sweaty.
Tough, tough, tough.
Because I'm like, who is really out here listening to us? Like, who's out here listening? I don't know, but we're so grateful that you guys keep coming back and keep listening to our little episodes that we have for you guys. Now, y'all are probably wondering, hmm, y'all fooled us and say culture speaks every Friday at 5. But here we are on a Saturday morning. Here we are on a Saturday morning recording this episode. So by the time we edit and stuff, it's probably like, you know, but let's just say that we are people who procrastinate and or maybe we just leave you guys wanting more, eh? But I wanted to like be very real with you guys. Yes, we say every Friday at 5, and we were sticking to it this week. We were like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna edit, record, put it out at 5, and then boom, life happens. And me and my wonderful co-host here got into what, two juicy arguments this week, right?
Yeah, we got into argument and we couldn't see eye to eye, so we couldn't record the day we were
I think that
supposed to.
we're a normal couple who, we get into arguments, and this week just happened to be two pretty big arguments. And um yeah, but we just wanted to take Friday to just have like a mental health day. According to our last podcast, our mental health day was Friday, and we decided we're in a good space now to bring you our next episode. And I think it's just, sometimes you have to just be real with the people that, uh, you're talking to. We always want to be real. We might not share the true story of our arguments this week. Just know Jasmine is never wrong, eh? Just know whose fault it
Of course,
truly, it
of,
truly
of course,
was.
of course, of course. But
But yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead. All right. But anyway, so with all that being said, we are Culture Speak. So I said today, let's share our culture background and let's talk about culture really in you know including in dating. So
Mhm.
I guess that will be our topic for today, culture. So
Yeah, and I'm very excited for today's episode because I'm like, let's really tell them, because it's not easy dating somebody who is coming from halfway across the world. There's every day there's some form of difference with us. So I'm just so excited that our episode this week is going to be all about our culture. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's start the gossip.
well, you want me to go first or you go first?
Yeah, you the way.
Okay, well, a little bit about me. I'm from Ethiopia, which a country with over 100 different cultures and different languages. So I am from Anuak tribe, which is Luo. Well, people know Luo, but Anuak is kind of difficult, but people know Luo. And I speak about three different languages, which is Anuak, which is Luo language, English, and Amharic. I mean, I can try some other languages, but I'm not gonna say I speak them because I'm not really good at it. But yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah. So what about you?
Well, before we get into like the language part, can you share a bit about your cultural background and heritage? Like, what are some traditions that are important in your family? So you talked about your tribe, and
Yeah.
do you guys like back home, do you have any traditions that you did back home like in your tribe? Is there anything like you guys usually do? Or I know I've seen some tribes in Africa sacrifice, not saying you do that, but do you guys sacrifice anything? Or I don't know, you kill a goat every Monday? Like, what do you do? Like, what do y'all celebrate that I guess we in America, or me in Dominica, we don't do? We just don't do that.
Well, we Christians, we don't just murder no goat for sacrifice. I mean,
Ah,
one thing we do is eat a raw meat.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's right there. That's a big tradition. I don't do it since I'm here, and I don't trust American meat like that. But back home, there's this day called Aduado, which is the day we defeated Italian, like the day we defeated Italy, because well, Ethiopia was the only country that wasn't colonized. So, and the reason we wasn't colonized is because we fought our colonizer, which is supposed to be Italy, and we beat them. So that the reason we eat meat is because during the war, Italy, they're on like mountains looking down to like the Ethiopians, right? So we couldn't really cook because when you cook, since they're up the higher ground, they can see the smoke. So people decided, you know what, they're gonna see us, so let's eat a raw meat. And then since that time when we defeat them, we just every year that day we just eat raw meat, and then it just came to the point where people just eat raw meat on a random day.
Raw meat, so like just a raw cow, like a
just a
raw.
just a raw meat.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And you will not catch me dead eating raw meat. Not sushi, not sashimi, not nothing. You wouldn't catch me eating it unless it's died 20 times in the pot. That is when I will eat it. But thank you for sharing your cultural background. In regards to moi, in regards to me, I ain't even gonna try to give you, I'm not gonna begin by Christopher Columbus discovered Dominica. I'm not even gonna do that because he didn't, and I'm not getting into the history because I don't want to mess up the history and somebody leave a comment like, what?
Hey, what? Yeah.
But my cultural background, I'm from Dominica. Um we have our little traditions. Like right now, we're in October. Well, coming up, and it's Creole season. So it's like, we eat good food, like good natural food, none of that pasta. And, we eat traditional food like fig, dashin. I don't know. Well, no. No, because,
Yeah.
you've eaten that, with me. But fig, dashin, like just top tier food. That's like the best time to go to Dominica right now, or Creole season. So if anybody's listening and they're like, what is Creole? Google it because I ain't finna get into all that. Google it. I don't want to give you no wrong information. But I remember you talked about, how many languages you speak. Me personally, I speak English, and I can kind of speak Creole. Like I can, give you a little beth, like a small beth in Creole. Beth meaning gossip. I can give you a small gossip in Creole. I can say my little slangs, So I try to teach beyond little slangs. Can you share a slang that I've taught you in my language?
Oh my God. Do I
I'm
even
putting you on, I'm putting you
remember?
on the spot. Think about it. Think about the little words we say that is not English.
Maji.
Magie. I tell
So
him that is magie.
Mm.
Okay, trash. And then I asked you what is, so what's your in your language, how do you say magie and trash and
yeah.
rubbish, bullshit? Like how do you like, what is that translate?
Koshasha.
Koshasha. So little words we share with each other. But me, I use the word magie all the time. What's another one? When we
Mm,
gossip, what do I say we doing when we start gossiping about other people? What are we doing?
Beth. Beth, is it Beth?
It's a Beth. But then when we really bad talking them, when we gossip, like last night,
Malplay, Malplay.
Malpale, yes.
Hey, watch
We
out.
Malpale. So last night we were side note, last night we were in the bed and let me tell you, we were Malpale in a way. So I'm like, oh Beyond, you definitely need to like bring that up today in our podcast because let's not be pretending like we don't talk about anybody.
Mm,
But cultural traditions that are important to my family, I'd say back home, on Creole Day you wear Creole clothes, which is like our national wear type of stuff. We definitely take that serious. We have Flag Day where we have our flag with us, and that's
yeah, us too. We do have
um
Flag Day.
oh nice, nice traditions that are important. We are Christian people, so we definitely do Christmas.
Okay.
We don't do Thanksgiving. I know right now Thanksgiving is approaching in America in November, but um we don't do Thanksgiving, but Christmas we take that for sure. New Year's we I think is the same. I know your New Year's is different. I think you shared that
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
in a
Trust
couple
me.
episodes ago. So if y'all haven't listened to that, go listen to that episode. Very funny. Yeah, so that's kind of our traditions. If it's just a tradition like in my family, specifically my family, um I don't know. I don't think we have anything specific in my family, but one tradition that I loved to this day would be Christmas Eve. Everybody goes to town and everybody's shopping. You see, that's when you see the most people doing bunch of shopping. There's Christmas music playing everywhere, and it's just a good time. So I definitely
Well,
consider that a tradition. You just go
yeah,
to town and yeah.
I want to experience that because our Christmas is not really our Christmas is not all that.
Really? In
Yeah.
Ethiopia or yeah.
Yeah, in Ethiopia, Christmas is not all that. Christmas is just one day thing for us.
Mm.
So I wouldn't say one day, but yeah, one day because you have Christmas Eve, which is something about Ethiopians. They drink on every holidays. Like you go to Christmas, they
Mhm.
drink. Christmas Eve, they drink. Christmas Day, they drink. It's just all they do is just drink and eat that raw meat. So
Mhm.
they find a little excuse to do all that stuff, and Christmas is one of them. They just it's not a big deal. Christmas is not a big deal, but they just be out there drinking like crazy, and that's it. They're not even celebrating it. They just making it an excuse to just drink.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Mhm. Us we're more focused on the food. Like my dad, he would cook up a storm. We would have ham, turkey. I remember once we had ham, turkey, lamb, fish. Oh my gosh, good times.
We
I
don't
haven't eaten I haven't eaten for today, so let's not even go into the
yeah,
depths of the
we yeah
foods that we be eating.
we don't cook at all. We just the like the people who take church serious because we
Mhm.
Christian, they just go to church and
Mhm.
then they just go to church half day and then come home and then continue like a normal day, you know. But yeah,
Right.
it's not really.
So, do we have any traditions in our relationship? Do you think we have any um traditions?
I mean, it's really food, you know, because
Yeah, we be cooking.
we be cooking really good. We be making up some recipes and stuff, which that's what I like, you know, because like of course we eat out, but we also cook. Because in some relationship, it's like one person is the one doing really the cooking,
Hmm.
but for us, it's like I'll come out with some crazy recipes. We eat it, we like it. You come out with some crazy recipes. We
No, not to cut you off, but cutting you off. Don't act like it's no 50-50 in the kitchen. Don't act like, don't let people think that you be equally cooking.
I mean,
Because you cook once a week. Be real. Be real on here. You cook once a week.
no, no, I don't cook once a
Twice, twice,
what?
twice if twice if I'm like, I ain't doing this today. I ain't going in this kitchen today. You do it twice a week. But what I love about when you're cooking, you find something creative to cook. Like your recipes are like constantly evolving. Me, I cook like the same recipes throughout the week. Like I have my staples. Once one week I'm doing wings, next day I'm doing salmon, next day I'm doing whatever. And that's like repetition for me in what
Yeah,
I cook. When you cook, you switch it up. So even if it's the same meal, you might
yeah.
season it differently. I
Check out
might
some stuff
I
out.
might
Yeah.
be like, this one is a little too spicy or this one's a little too salty. But you always switch it up even though you cook in the same thing. You switch it up, and then sometimes you don't even cook the same thing. You watching some YouTube video and you create like that Alfredo you made from scratch and stuff. That was pretty good.
Because I need to put you on because you out here eating just
No, because you want me
some
to eat vegetables, and ain't nobody doing no
yeah, like
vegetables.
that's a big part of our culture. Like we
I'm
eat.
a high carb, high carb.
Here's the thing: we put meat and vegetables together.
Mm,
So you could just pick from meat and then different kind of vegetables cook in different way, you know.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
that's what make our food really good because you could sit down together with a vegetarian unless they want to just be extra and be like, oh yeah, I don't want to see no meat, you know.
Mm,
There's people back
mm,
home who don't barely eat meat, but we sit together and we eat because they can pick from just the vegetables in there, and then the people who love meat pick from like the meat, you know.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot I need to put you on, but you're playing around.
It's okay. I'll be all right. I'll survive. We'll make it. We'll make it. So I like that. Yeah, one of our traditions is definitely cooking. Lately, well, I shouldn't say lately. We're going on about a month now. We've incorporated. Tell them what we've incorporated into our weekly relationship tradition.
Oh, well, let's go on out going on a date every Saturday because
Be-
we because I mean for one I have boys' night, so I guess that might be the reason. But now we have like a
Girlfriend night.
girlfriend night.
uh, in our earlier episode, in our first episode, we've talked about beyond having boys' night once a week, and sometimes you don't go, but you know, um, him having that day where he goes out with his guys. It's usually on a Thursday. Um, and it took me some time getting used to because I need to see me, see you all the time. So it took me some time. We had a lot of arguments about it. It took me some time getting used to and just realizing like, okay, I guess he needs some space. But yeah, but what really ended up happening is we wouldn't go on a date often. It would be every couple of months. And I was like, you know what? Okay, if you got the energy to go out every Thursday with your boys, then let's create that energy where every Saturday we can go on a date. And so far, it's been pretty cool. Finding date ideas has been kind of hard because we live in a small town and it's the same thing. But we've been going to the movies and stuff, restaurants and stuff. So if anybody has any ideas of what our next date night should be, which is tonight, leave a comment below and let us know what we should try. Nothing like skydiving. Don't tell no black people to go skydiving because we're not doing it. Because we're not doing it. So if you guys have any ideas of what we should do next, please let us know.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments about our date night? And I'm
No,
staring at you right now. So,
no, no,
mhm.
no. I'm good. Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
how has your culture background influence our relationship, or daily, like, influence our relationship in the way we communicate and all that?
Man, I wouldn't say it's a good thing. I wouldn't. I'll be real honest and say like, I think because of our culture background, when we argue, our arguments are crazy because I'm a very like, how do I say this? I like to be like rah 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 when we argue, and you're very like cool, calm, collective, and that might just be maybe not a culture thing, but that might just be your who you are as a person. But I feel like sometimes you don't understand why I would be upset about something, and I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so I have the perfect example. As Caribbean people, other Caribbean people like to be in your business. So you might see it as, okay, this person was just asking a question out of the kindness of their hearts and
Yeah,
saying, oh, I happen to see your person at a party. So you have to be like, okay, cool. But what they really want to find out is, did you know your person was at a party? Like they have this underlining presence of their questions. Oh, I see Beyond in Walmart with a dark skinned girl, and you're like, oh, okay. I might respond like, oh, okay, that's his cousin or whatever. But deep down, they're trying to instigate something, start something like, oh, Beyond was in Walmart with a dark skinned girl. That might, if I didn't know, like, oh, he's at Walmart with his cousin, that could have created a lot of drama. So let's say we argue about that. You might think like that person was just being kind, but I'm seeing it as no, that person was probably trying to start a confrontation between our relationship because Caribbean people like to be in other Caribbean people business.
yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Again, it's just for me. It just confused me because I was like,
Hmm.
because I'm like, yo, okay, they told you that they saw me over there. So what? Because I didn't.
Hmm.
Now that you're saying that they started something, I kind of understand. But for me, like, it's like when we have those kind of arguments, I'll be asking myself like, yo, okay, this person said they saw me there. So what's the problem? You know.
Hmm.
But
And then, go ahead.
I didn't really know the reason they're saying all that is because of something else. But for
Hmm.
me, it's like, yo, okay, so what now? Like, they're probably saying that just to tell you that they saw me, not for
Hmm.
something else.
And that probably wouldn't lead to an argument with us because, I know where you are, you know where I am.
Mm.
If you're chilling with people, you let me know who you're chilling with. If I'm chilling with somebody, I let you know who I'm chilling with. So that really doesn't affect us. But I'm saying like if we weren't as open with each other as we are, then that could have led to something, and that's kind of fallen from our traditions of Caribbean people like to be in other Caribbean people business, and we just happen to be living in a place where there's a lot of Caribbean people. Even though
That's
I'm all the
crazy.
way in America, you just can't escape them. Can't escape Caribbean people at all.
Yeah, I
Can't
mean,
escape Ethiopian people either, because we go to
yeah,
Dallas sometimes, and you run into them and stuff like that. So yeah, do you think that there's been any you know influence in our relationship?
like my culture wise,
Mm.
mm, I don't think I mean, you can let me know if there is one, but I don't really see any. Is there one? No, you can tell me if there is one.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
them. I ain't even gonna tell you because
yeah.
you
I
already
mean,
know. I'm gonna tell the people that Beyond's family does not like me. They do not
okay,
like me because
okay.
no, wait. Let me tell the people.
Oh
Dear
my God.
listeners, dear listeners,
Mm.
Beyond's from African country. He's from Ethiopia. So his parents would like him to be with a nice Ethiopian girl with a big forehead and maybe long hair. That's probably who they see their son with, an Ethiopian girl. But meanwhile, here comes along, here, here comes this Caribbean immigrant.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
here comes this Caribbean immigrant who wants to be with him all the time, taking him away from his family time. So, and his mom and dad speak a different language, so I can't even share my personality with them because they don't understand what I'm saying. Your dad does, but your mom, you know,
She does too.
w-
She just refuse sometimes to like kind of.
so sometimes I feel like they don't like me, and I've always felt like that. Um, but I know that I do not. I improve your life 100%. I improve your life,
Shut up,
and if
shut up.
that's if that's narcissistic behavior right now, I'll take it. But I know for sure that I improve your life because before me, you wasn't cooking. You was out here eating out every single day. You wasn't cooking. No, I got you cooking. I got you cleaning up. I try my best to get you to do some schoolwork. I try, and yeah. But that's one thing I would say. Like, I don't feel like your parents are a huge fan of the immigrant that has entered your life.
No, I mean, I think we had an argument about that last time, which is
Mm,
understandable, but like that's the cultural differences. Because like in our culture, unless you're not supposed to see eye to eye with like my parents because we're not married yet. So
mm-hmm,
my dad not really, because my dad been here for a long time. So my dad not really into all that. But my mom, she's still not really. She trying. I could tell she trying, but she still feel kind of weird because in our culture we're not supposed to like you're not supposed to like walk into my house or even have a food together, you know. But yeah,
mm-hmm,
she still kind of feel weird, but I can see she is trying a little bit.
mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, and we're going on about almost 3 years together, and 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, call it, let's just say 3 weeks ago, was the first time that your mom gave me a hug and was like, "Hi." I think she said, "Hi," and she gave me a hug. And I don't know if she might have tried to say something else in English, but I was like, "Oh, after 3 years, I'm making a little progress over here."
Girl, please.
After 3 years, I finally get a little hug and a hi. Must be
Mm.
nice. Maybe in the next 3 years, I can get a "How are you?
How you doing?
How are you doing?" Maybe
Yeah.
in the next year, but definitely they've never given me any attitude, or they've always greeted me with a smile, even though she cannot
Yeah.
fully communicate with me. She's always given me a smile. And if let's just say I drop her off anywhere, she always says thank you. So I still have a good experience, but definitely it's nothing like my family. Like, as soon as I go to my aunt's house, it's, "Where's Beyond? Here's his food. Take this over for Beyond." And it's definitely a different environment. So yeah, but it hasn't really caused any crazy disagreements between us. It's just me saying, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable around here."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be like that. But yeah, but that's due to like cultural differences and but yeah. So have you encountered any, because we're in the United States, of course it's gonna be like that. Have you ever
Mhm.
encountered any stereotype related to your culture or your background, like where you come from? You know?
Um, the only stereotypes I get is when I get into an Uber and they're like, as soon as I say, "Hi, good morning, where you from? You from
Yeah.
here?" Because
Yeah.
as soon as I say good morning, hello, where you from? You from here? What brought you here? And I'm like, "Yo, like, it's 7 a.m. Leave me alone." Like, it's 7 a.m. It's too early for this. Leave me alone. But I understand that sometimes I have, when my Dominica accent is on, um, but it's never really bothered me. It's just they shouldn't just assume I'm not from here. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
they wait till
They
you.
shouldn't just assume that,
I know, but
oh, clearly this person is not from Wichita
yeah,
Falls, Texas.
yeah,
But still, it's never bothered
but
me. I don't
that's
mind share where I'm from,
that's
and
not bad because they're gonna they wait till you talk and to see your accent. Me, they
I
just
think
look at me and they be like, "Yeah,
yes,
where are you from,
yeah,
bro?
that's an African man right there.
Where you from?"
They say, "Oh, where is it? Let me guess, Africa."
Yeah.
No, but I feel
Oh,
like you get a lot of stereotypes and
yeah.
misconceptions. I've
Oh,
had
yeah.
people. I've
Like
had
you from
people.
Sudan? You know?
You're from Sudan, like, and I know it doesn't bother you, but sometimes I'm just like,
No.
yo, come on, ask him where he's from. Don't tell him where he's from. Like I
Yeah.
remember once you came and you told me, can you imagine somebody was telling me where I'm from
I
today?
know, like I was pissed. I was like, yeah, I understand. I understand. I look like that, but do not tell me I'm from somewhere I'm not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and the other times is yeah, the other time is like feed donate a couple cents and feed African kids or all that stuff. This guy
Mm-hmm.
this guy said to me as a joke, like, hey, um who survive and who don't eat and then still survive, like, so I was like confused, like, who? He was like African kids. I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Yeah.
What?
I was like, what the
That's
fuck? He was like,
crazy.
yeah, y'all don't eat. So I was like, yo, I never missed a meal in my life. Plus, and by the look of it, my life is way better than you right now. Cause that he like typical like redneck. Like, anyways, yeah.
Language. We have kids.
But no, that pissed me off. I was like, yo, I never missed a meal. You probably missed a meal. You probably missed a meal more than I did. But yeah, those kind of stuff. But I mean, it don't bother me now. But back
Hmm.
in the day, it used to bother me. But yeah. Anyways, yes. Anything you
And
want
it's
to say?
so crazy that they would say, feed a kid in Africa, because I'm seeing a lot of kids in America that need some feeding.
I know, right?
And
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy that, that was perceived to the world that and they're not saying there's not starving people in Africa, but there's starving people everywhere,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just one of those like cultural experiences that, right now it don't bother us. And
It don't
yeah,
bother
but
me at all.
I do remember a time I was in a store and you walked away from me and a lady came up like, where's he from? Um, and she just wanted to know everything. I guess she didn't want to approach you, so she approached me. But it's interesting, and sometimes I just take it as like a compliment, because at the end of the day, a lot of people who we meet has never left their country,
Yeah.
and in their family there might be nobody that's from anywhere else, so
Yeah. Yeah.
just have to have it as a teaching moment.
Yeah. So, hey guys, so again, y'all go subscribe. We got we got a lot of listeners, but they are not subscribed. Again, when you listen, I know all of y'all have YouTube because none of them, no, everybody have YouTube. So when you listen, make sure to subscribe, please, and also follow us on Instagram, uh, official underscore culture speak. Again, official underscore culture speak, and we still have a Spotify. So don't forget about us on the Spotify. Go there and listen to us. But yeah, make sure to subscribe when you come to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe or like for the algorithm to, like, But yeah, make sure to do that, and yeah.
We are trying to build the Culture Speaks empire.
I know, we
So
are trying.
make sure you subscribe to us. Get your mom to subscribe, get your cousin to subscribe.
Yeah, all of
Okay.
you.
All right, guys.
All right,
Bye.
bye.